fundamental theory is that there's only one mind, a mind field. M-I-N-E-E I'm sorry, there's only a mind field, M-I-N-D, not M-I-N-E. We call it the matrix. And think of it as a single dimension, where all things, all patterns of information throughout all time are extant in this single dimension. Or you could think of it as the mind of God or whatever you want, but it's a holographic in nature. It's within us and permeates us just like radio waves. Our brain is an oscillator, and we can tune it like a radio to any of these patterns of information. So anything is knowable. There are limitations that we have in terms of our processor, but anything is tunable in this grand scheme of things.
So what is this matrix like?
I think the best way to think of it is simply a library of everything that has ever been, is, and ever will be. Contained, objectified as patterns of information patterns, that's all. And when you tune yourself to an information pattern, you're unconscious, then you objectify what that pattern means. It means that, oh, this is a sunflower, or this is the person that murdered this child, those kind of things.
Okay, so what's the role of the individual consciousness in all of that? I mean,
the role, it is just to be, and that's it.
I mean, is it part of this bigger consciousness, or is
yes.
it that it's another consciousness and we connect to that?
No, we are patterns ourselves, so we're contained within this hologram, this holographic universe.
Okay, so remote viewing is basically connecting to a very profound basis of a very profound level of consciousness that we are all a part of?
Yes.
Okay, so you've been using this technique for 27 years now. You've found out quite a lot of things, and you have been working especially in the field of UFOs, aliens, crop circles, and all of the things that we hope the government...
It's a hobby of mine, so to speak.
Okay, so the government never actually tried to...
There's no charter to do that. As I mentioned, CIA's charter is political and economic intelligence. There's no charter, no taxpayers' money that says you're allowed to study UFOs. Department of Defense, military intelligence. I was an Army intelligence officer. My job, military intelligence. No charter to study things in the sky, right? Defense Intelligence Agency is an analytical agency. They're not even allowed to collect intelligence. They analyze intelligence from all the different sources. NSA, you know what they do. They listen to radars and other things like that. No charter, taxpayers' money to look at that, which was one of the reasons I got out of the military, so that I could look at it freely. And even when things happen, and many things, as you know, have happened in conjunction with military operations, or just UFOs turning up somewhere in the military environment, an airfield, a bunker, whatever, the reports are filed, but nothing is done with the reports. There's nothing done. They are just filed for two reasons. Number one, nobody knows what to do with them. And number two, you cannot have a government that says, we don't know. At least my government is not going to say that. Maybe in Brazil or somewhere else. But the United States government will never say, we don't know. Because the people have to depend on our scientists and our officials to say, we know everything and we're in control. You lose control when you say, I don't know what that was.
So what do you know about the visitors?
I know 27 years of stuff about the visitors. We are aware of a couple of actual extraterrestrial bases, one in the Andes Mountains, deep, and one in a seamount in the Pacific, deep in the seamount. And they just pass right through water and through the stone, and they park.